Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to part 4 of Fun, the four-letter word. Sorry I'm late, guys. I had some radio stuff I had to take care of on 1-2 Radio, and glad to be back with you guys. As you can see from the topic, I am going to be talking about learning. Hold on just a second. I want to pull something up that I should have pulled up. There we go. Oop, wrong button. Sorry, guys. There we go. A long time ago, I heard a quote, and I don't know how I got it wrong, but it's stuck with me my whole life, and I've tried to live by it, but apparently, while I got it wrong, I prefer the version I learned, and mind you, I learned it from All in the Family, of all places, way back in the day. And I even tried to look up the episode to find it, but I could not find it. And it comes the original quote that I had learned was, "No man is my better that I may learn from him." But apparently that quote doesn't exist, and while I prefer it, probably because of my narcissism, I am going to quote the original. "In my walks, every man I meet is my superior in some way, in that I may learn from him." That's just a little not my style, While in fact I agree that I learn from people, I learn more from my own mistakes, and especially in gaming, where I learn more from losing, especially like a board game, a miniature game, a card game, something like that. If I constantly win, I don't learn how to improve. I just stick with the same old, and if it works, then keep going with it. But when I make a mistake, I learn from it, because I learn what I did wrong. Now, not saying that I've done anything wrong lately, because my conscience is pretty freaking clear. But in general, I've noticed that over the years, especially these last 3 years on YouTube with my son, and more so getting to meet some great people out there, fellow YouTubers, fellow gamers in the community, that I've learned a whole lot from you guys. Especially on shows like Biggest Geekus and Gatekeepers and Table Breakers, and hanging out with Max, which I haven't done in a while, and I'd really like to get the opportunity to at least say hi in person. But my schedule is so freaking tight right now that I barely have time to, catch a good nap. And you guys know what a big fan I am of naps. I've learned so many new things, so many new styles, and better ways to narrate a game. Talking about role-playing games, of course. Better ways to play in character, things that never occurred to me, and for the most part, it's made me definitely a better GM, definitely a better player. Even though prior to this time I'm mentioning, I was the eternal GM, playing for the most part with the same group of about 10 players, different groups, but mostly the same players, and I learned that wasn't helping. That's really kind of a stagnant way to play with the same people over and over. Gygax, I think, said to really be good at this, you need to play different games, play with different people, and of course publish works. And I'm in the process of the latter criteria as we speak. And hopefully I'll be able to get that out and run it through Biggest Geekus, Geekus Emporium, and let you guys, take a look and see, what my style is like. I've only had the opportunity to game master the one time with Table Breakers, but I'm getting another chance this year, hopefully before Christmas, maybe right after. We'll see who jumps in before that. But I want to encourage you guys to keep your ears open and look for new ways to learn, and to look for new things to learn, because that's how we improve the hobby and in our lives, of course, so that everything runs smoothly for us. Because life's going to throw some hiccups and some bumps and some forks in the road as we move along. But I'm curious to see what you guys have learned over the last couple of years. If YouTube has been a help to you, if it's been a detriment, has it been a time sink? I know it's been all three at different times, mostly all for the better. I've really, like I said, made some great connections out there. But when it comes to gaming and having fun, I've learned a whole lot, especially the fact that there are great players and great GMs out there that I could play and enjoy spending time with them, whether it be in person or online, mostly online lately. But it is opening up opportunities to get to play in person with some upcoming conventions that I'm going to end up attending. Hopefully some of the bigger ones in Texas this year. If I can get out there and be there, then count on me showing up and crashing somebody's table and inserting myself in a game or two, or just of course signing up and doing it the old-fashioned way. But either way, I am hoping that you guys will learn something from me from time to time. That's one of the reasons I am here, is to throw out my own opinion, as jaded and biased as it can be at times. But I'm gonna hopefully get the opportunity to keep on learning from you guys, because that is one of the things for me that is really a lot of fun. Doing the same old over and over again, that's I think, in addition to being the path to insanity, just a good waste of time. It just when I was talking to my partner on 1-2 Radio, she reminded me that most of us spend 40% of our waking days going on autopilot. And I'm going to try and break that habit where I can. Even though my schedule is pretty rigid, it's not the same every day, so that's a good thing. But let's try to, see what we can learn from one another in a positive way and continue this hobby well into the future, because there's a lot of asshats out there trying to destroy it for whatever reasons. I think they must work in the video game industry and would rather have us glued to a screen than playing these great games with these great people and actually having some real fun, as opposed to just pushing buttons. And I'm not going to discount that some video games are fun, but in the old days we'd play video games and our buddies would be right next to us and we'd be elbowing each other and talking smack and things like that, and that was fun. And I kind of miss it, but I'd rather be at a table with my friends or online with my friends playing an RPG, which is the main reason I came here to YouTube, was to get my son and myself involved in role playing. And of course, obviously we do some board games and war games and stuff like that, but you guys know they all kind of meet somewhere, whether it's in the middle or not. They're all related to one another, so it's all good fun. So let's continue to do that, and I look forward to seeing you guys' comments in the chat section. So far, this mini-series has done really well, and I want to thank you guys for that, all the great comments, and the folks of you that I know that have shared this video outside the gaming community. I really appreciate that. And until next time, I will be back tomorrow with the final part of this series, in which point Monday I will be doing a brand new series on getting off one's ass and actually doing the things. So I hope you guys look forward to that as well. Until next time, folks, take care, and of course, happy trails.